It's the talk of the town. So come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night
Hey everybody,
Out
we are back
on
to Deano's Night Out right here in studio number 14, WRMN, live on the stick and on YouTube Live. How do you like that? We got John Babin in the studio. John, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. I love when people listen. And we got a phone call. So you know what? Let me put up this phone thing over here, lower this song down a bit, and let's get this phone call. Hey, you're on the air, caller. Go ahead. Who do we have today?
It's Rita.
Oh, hey, Rita. How you doing?
Okay. I just have a few questions for John.
Go ahead.
When you perform, are you always performing with a group or do you perform solo?
Mostly solo. Most of the dates you see on my social media are going to be solo acoustic gigs, but anywhere that you see Lever, Lever, on my concert shows list, that will be full band. That'll be a loud, brash, three-piece rock and roll band of mine.
Okay. I also have a question. When the songs that you sing, are they all written by you or by some of the other artists?
Yeah. Well, thanks for the question, Rita, and thanks for calling in. I do mostly original songs, and a lot of the shows I play, they're about 3 hours long. So you have a lot of originals, but I'll also always throw in, almost always throw in covers, so that if you want to sing along and it's a song you haven't heard before, that if you want to sing along to songs that you already know, I'll do covers of them, and they'll mostly just be good sing along songs that you'll probably already know the words to. So that's when you guys join me in the show and we all sing together.
Now, who is some of your favorite artists out there that you like?
Favorite artist out there? You mean like a more contemporary?
Yeah, the ones that are popular today.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of the music I like that's coming out today is a little more underground. I guess who's making a reunion run right now is Oasis. I love them. They're having a kind of a nice victory lap. Hopefully it lasts. That's a band of the last 30 years that I love a lot.
Oh. Now, when you want to write a song, does it just kind of pop into your mind, or do you say, well, you know what, I'm going to write a new song today, so I'll think of something and then I do it? I mean, what's your formula?
Ooh, very good question, Rita. There is a formula, I think. This is kind of interesting, and if you will bear with me for a second, it's sometimes I'll think of a hook or a chorus line or a lyric, and with music behind it, and it will just come to me, either in my sleep or when I'm driving or just in the middle of the day, and the thing is, you have to act on it right away and pick up the guitar or write it down or do a voice memo, and so that it sticks with you. Lots of times it does just come to you. I've noticed that the best songs and the easiest songs for me to write down and compose kind of just happen. I've never been able to sit down with a guitar and say, I'm going to write a song right now, because usually when you're forcing it and you're putting it on that you need to do this, as opposed to just letting it flow naturally. So if it flows naturally, that's usually when it comes. Usually it's just an idea that kind of comes to you, which is so kind of crazy to me that which is it makes it kind of hard to even like sort of take credit for sometimes when it's like it just lands in your lap. And it has also kind of shocked me that sometimes these ideas come to me, and I have some songs that are full expressions of pure and utter joy and excitement, and there are some songs that are very dark and very bleak, and it's kind of frightened me and how quickly I can tap into either of those emotions creatively. Um, it's kind of made me look in the proverbial mirror and say, huh? How does that happen?
Now, what's going on?
What's going on with me? Should I get checked in or what?
No.
But yeah, they just kind of come naturally from somewhere. Of maybe not this dimension, I don't know, but I'm very, very lucky that they do land on my antenna.
Uh-huh. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for the call.
And you're welcome, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks for calling, Rita.
You do the same.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Rita DeZiglowitz, she periodically calls. Her husband was into music, and he played several different guitars. He had, oh my God, I think at one point 70-some guitars. Gretsch, I think, was his favorite.
Oh, Gretsch, yeah. Jax, my girl Jax has a Gretsch.
Yeah.
And it is
the hollow one, not the
hollow bodies.
Yeah.
Those are great. Good George Harrison guitars.
Right.
And those
exactly.
are pretty too. Those
Yeah.
Gretches are beautiful.
Yeah. They've been around for a while.
They have been, yeah.
What was that one country guy? Chet Atkins.
Chet Atkins
Is
had
that what it
one?
was? Yeah. They did a special Chet Atkins series of guitars.
That's really cool. Yeah, I love when guitar companies do that when they take on an artist that plays their stuff and then they say, hey, let's make one that's perfect for you and see if we could sell it on the market. You know, if anyone's listening and wants to do me a great gift, I'd love the Johnny Marr Jaguar from Fender.
Yeah, there you go. Johnny Marr.
That'd only set you back a couple grand.
That's all. But you know what? It was interesting the way you said how you compose these songs. There's really not, you're saying there's no rhyme or reason. Just sometime you're going down the street and you're like, oh, okay. Or maybe, I don't know, like Eddie Rabbit, the windshield wipers, slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect, you know.
Keeps time.
Yeah, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. Whoa.
Right, there you
So
go.
it could be anything, you know.
Yeah,
and so you could imagine what these jingle guys go through.
Oh, yeah.
They're sitting at a keyboard, piano, whatever it is, and it's like, I got to get something out for Coca-Cola. You know, Pepsi's calling next, and look, we got to, you know, Cheerios want something too. So they're forced to, you know, they're forcing it. You, it seems like, at least from what I'm gathering and what it sounds like, feels a little more natural.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm not, you know, stomping down on jingle writers. Heck, if I had a job doing jingles, I would have a great time doing.
Oh, yeah,
it.
right.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to.
No, and that wasn't an insult
no,
or a
but-
shot toward them at all.
No, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, and if it's their 9 to 5, so if they you know, I can understand forcing something. And by the way, it's okay. You know, it just when I force myself to do something, it just doesn't work.
Correct.
And for other people, it does. That said, I've had other times where I've had my back against the wall and have had to come up with something really quick and on the spot. And I've, you know, a big chunk of my early life is that way, which I think is why it's more natural now. When I worked in other band settings, there was always a pressure on me. I felt that I just never really.
Well, you know, you made the comment, should I check myself in? See, well, no, it's an important comment because I'll tell you what, when you said you're forcing it and whether you have to do this, I got to do this. So, no, you don't need to check yourself in. You need to step back.
Yeah.
Step back, take that walk, take a drive, take a couple days off, get back to it, pick up the guitar, and you know what? You're an inspirationalist, clearly. Because if you could do something that's light and bright and, hey, today's a great day, and the other one, and the next one is Everybody Hurts. Imagine hearing that. I mean, from one song to the other.
Good example, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I told all my friends, you ever hear that song and you haven't heard from me for 3 or 4 days, and you hear that record playing at my front door, call the police. I'm not alive.
Yeah.
That is such a, but at the same time,
It's a very real thing.
what a real thing.
Yeah.
What people go through, it's so terrible.
It is.
And my heart goes out to every one of them. So we got to
Yeah.
pick this up here. We got to get another song.
Sure, yes.
What do you want to play for us? Give us a nice little pick me up.
This is brand new. It's a little on the sassier side. This is also on YouTube and my Facebook as well as TikTok under John Babin, JonBabin. This is called You're So Rude. You're calling after dark. You said you wanted me. You know I'm not that guy. Your shoulder you can cry on, can't you see? You're weeping in the night. You said it's over me. You know that I know why. Don't give me no more lies I can't deceive. I don't care for what you say. I don't care for games you play. You bring down my mood. You're so rude. Luckily, I don't care anymore. You gave me all the signs that I should step away. You know I'll never be what you want me to be, oh, can't you see? Don't wanna see you anymore, not even for a cup of joe. You bring down my mood. You're so rude. Luckily, I don't care anymore. Don't wanna see you anymore, not even for a cup of joe. You bring down my mood. You're so rude. Luckily, I don't care anymore. I don't care for what you say. I don't care for games you play. You bring down my mood. You're so rude. Luckily, I don't care anymore. Luckily, I don't care anymore. Luckily, I don't care anymore.
Hey, you're so rude. That was so good for being so rude. Yeah, I mean it. That was wonderful, really.
Appreciate it.
These are some numbers, man. You're banging out left, and this is all your stuff.
All original, yeah.
And I like the fact also what you were telling Rita, that when you go to different different gigs and different performances, that you'll play a cover that everybody that you're including them in.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't shy away from playing covers. And every gig's a little bit different too. It could be the same place on a different night, but you just kind of gauge the crowd a little
Yeah,
bit. And if
everybody.
and if you know that people look like they might be in the mood for some Simon and Garfunkel or for Tommy James and the Shondells, I would never shy away from playing that. In fact, most of the covers I play I'm keeping it in the 60s and maybe early 70s. And I think it's just a wonderful golden time for music that era.
Oh my God! But the ability that you have, and everybody I always bring in and ask, what's it like? What do you listen? Do you know what you're playing ahead of time? Well, you got an idea, but you said it just like every performer that's been in there. Depends on the crowd.
Read the room.
Read the room. If the crowd is looking for something a little different, change the gears, man. Switch around. Let's go to another direction. You got to give them what they want. That's why they're there to see you, of course, but you have to give them what they want. They want to hear what they want to hear.
There's that. There's a lot of that. There's also if it's a sleepier crowd, there's a way to wake them up too. So
Right.
and you can kind of meet in the middle because as an artist you want to shake things up, and you want it to be like
Well, you have the ability to be that mood changer.
right.
Because again, you've got songs, a variety,
Well,
just from listening to what you have here.
thanks, man.
You
Yeah,
really
well,
do. You can put people and get, if they're moving and they're rocking and roll, boom, you pop another good one in there.
right.
But
Thank
if it's
you.
the end of the night, they're trying to mellow, they're having, last call, wanting to relax,
If
everybody's
you
going to
see
get home
if you see
safe.
the bartender washing glasses,
Yeah, right.
and they're kind of looking at their watch,
Yeah, now you know.
kind of a good time to
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Oh, that's great.
There's a great artist named Colin Malloy of the Decembers who had a great quote once where he said that he was and I know this experience well, because I've had it too. Where there's a documentary they had, and I listened to this, and I resonated so much with it. Like coming up, when you're playing to the bar and it's completely empty, you're just playing to the bartender and
Yeah.
just your music. And then when the bartender turns around and goes back to the kitchen, and you're literally just playing to
To yourself, yeah.
He said that, and I was like, that's totally happened to me. It's like,
Come on, I ain't going to buy that for a minute. You have to have people there to the end.
I guess it happens. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but certainly when I was younger, when first
Sure.
coming up, yeah, of course that's happened.
Well, everybody. I mean, no one's big the first time out. Now, I guess there are some superstars. I mean, you've climbed pretty rapidly. You're talking a little less than 15 years. You've got YouTube stuff going on. You're on, you have video. You were telling us, what's the name of the video?
Oh, Lucky, Lucky.
Yeah, that's the one that, Jax or Jax?
Jax. That's her. Yeah,
Jax.
that's my girlfriend's favorite.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's her
JAX. I call her
I
Jax.
listen.
It's
remember
good.
what you're
it's
saying.
a good ear.
Yeah.
It's funny. A little bit ago, we were talking about her, and that it's good to have if for artists and people that for never mind just artists, but like truck drivers, the people that like are always out and on the road with insane schedules, and where it's really impossible to have meaningful relationships, and that could just be friends too, like
Right.
friends that who can relate to what you're going through or what you're doing, and it's really important to have that sort of built-in community. A little while ago, it's funny you were saying, and it's good to have someone that can, we were talking about having someone that you can empathize
Right.
that kind of lifestyle with, and I said I understand her. I don't think she understands me. I don't think that's only because sometimes she looks at me like I'm stupid, which is she's right. I sometimes I don't know what my own mind
Don't
does.
sell
and
yourself short, man.
and sometimes I'll just start blabbering away about something, and then I'll just be like, what the heck am I even talking about?
Well, you're getting your next song ready.
That's okay. Thank you.
And that's why she's looking at you funny, giving you space. See, she's smart enough. You got a smart lady there because,
She's far smarter than me. She's
Well,
the best.
you're together so for a reason. So whether she's smarter than you, you're smarter than her, I don't think it matters. You work well together. And I think that's what's important. Inspiration comes when it comes.
Right.
And you have to grasp it and you have to turn that. You've turned it into a beautiful business. I mean, look at you, less than 15 years. And just talking to you, I mean, it's like just, we're just like two guys talking.
Yeah.
As what I tell everybody all the time, is that's all this is. People want to hear like the real John. They don't want to hear some phony, oh, well, this is how I make this song. There's no chemistry. And you just got done saying it,
And that becomes very clear, I think, in the broadcasting world where we live in, and sort of in the and how we've become so acclimated to hearing people talk a lot of the time, whether it's AM radio or podcasting. I think people have become very, and I certainly have been, accustomed to when you're listening to somebody talk, and it just sounds so unnatural, and it sounds like they're really putting on an emotion.
Right.
You want to hear someone's heart when they speak. You
Well,
want to
sure.
hear where someone's real mind is at. And
We're live on the air, on a station. So there's a certain amount of decorum and political correctness you have to have.
sure, there's a certain amount of bravado you want to have about yourself,
Right.
for sure.
But I cross the line all the time. If anybody does, I cross the line. One thing I haven't done to this day,
knock on wood,
I've yet to swear on the radio.
very nice.
And if you talk to me, well, you've heard me talk. Every other word's an adjective and this and that because I get so frustrated sometimes because I want things to go well and right.
Oh man,
You know,
I
you
got
gotta be
I got
that
such
way.
a bad potty mouth, and I can't believe I've been.
I'm not proud of it.
It's we've been on the air for an hour and a half, and I haven't said one 4-letter word. I'm actually
Thank you.
testing myself. I'm actually very very proud of myself too.
Yeah,
So
we appreciate it.
we could pat each other on the back.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, we got like about 4 minutes until we're going to go to the break. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to talk about our sponsor. We'll go down to the break, and when you come back, we're going to have a whole half hour of listening to just you. No me, you. Your songs, if you don't mind playing.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. So listen again, I just want to remind everybody our show is sponsored 2 to 4 every single Friday by Ron Onesti, the Arcada Theater, Oshos.com. We all know it's at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Tonight we have Eric Martin and Robin Taylor Zander over at the Arcada, their 8 o'clock show. Both great acts. I think the big act is the Robin Taylor Zander, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
But he is, he's playing with his father. He's in Cheap Trick now. I grew up, I saw Cheap Trick at Rockford Speedway.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I Want You to Want Me. Oh, my God. What a show. What a show.
Live at Budokan is still,
Yeah.
it's one of the greatest live records ever. And it's great to see those guys being family, father, son, doing it together.
That was when it was that punk,
being on stage.
I just loved it. I loved it back then.
That's
And
great.
then on Saturday, you don't want to miss this. This is to our guy, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, there's nobody like you, Ozzy. I mean, the whole world, the whole industry recognizes it. I couldn't make heads or tails out of a single word you were talking to Sharon on your show. But let me tell you, pal, I love you. We miss you, and God bless you. And we know you're in a
We
good
might not have
spot.
been able to understand him, but he meant every word he said.
He most certainly did, whatever it was. Hey, and there's John again. He's on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, if you're fortunate enough to be tuning into the YouTube. But one thing I want to talk about, and this is something real near and dear to me. Everyone knows I'm a former firefighter, police officer as well. We have our America's First Responders Fest coming up this September the 20th. I was trying to talk John into coming, but he's committed, so I got to give him that. But we're having this festival from 1 to 6 p.m. They're shutting down the streets. Mayor Reed worked with the the city manager, all the police chief, the fire chief, the public works department, EMS was there, and they said, okay, we're going to go with this festival. So they're going to have everybody blocked off for safety's sake. We're going to be in the middle of the streets. We have a portable stage, and we are going to have Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones. You know Rick?
Yes.
Yeah.
I not personally, but I'm aware of the outfit that he's in.
Yeah, we've had him in here with his trio with the stand-up bass.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Oh my God, out of this world. Out of this world. Rick Lindy,
I've been around
hard
people
performer,
that-
family man, good man like yourself.
Incredible. Thank you. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been around I've been around a few people, I should say, with upright basses. Boy, and those are intense instruments to be around, and I respect anybody that plays one.
My God. Hey, then after him, after Rick Lindy, we got Mixed Company Band. If they don't get your foot stomping, there isn't nobody going to. And then we have Canyon Arrow Light, and that's featuring Tim and Joe. We got the Classic Car Show from Gilbert Eagles, Club 1047. We have food booths, vendors going to be there. It's going to be a great show. But you know what this is for? All of our first responders. This is a party for you. I am inviting you, the first responders. Please, I want you to come to this event, America First Responders in Hampshire, 1 to 6 p.m., September the 20th. We are doing nothing but having some stage tributes, some discussions, but this is all about you, men and women, veterans, police, fire, everybody. So please be there, and we will be back in just a little bit. WRMN 1410. Yeah, another favorite song of mine, Breeze. We've been listening to John Babin here, and I'm going to tell you, this guy he's something. He really is. He has some kind of performer, some kind of a talent that he has. It's just totally amazing. But you know, before we got off, we were able to get it on the YouTube, but I don't know if anybody heard it on the antenna. And I just want to make sure I get that invitation again, sincerely and personally, to all of our first responders. That's our veterans, police, fire, EMS, public works, and that goes for media too. You know, we're trying to turn this into more of a foundation to where we're going to be able to give out scholarships. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to give out scholarships, America First Responders Fest. If anybody is interested in helping the cause, helping out these individuals, man, we'd love to have you. We'd love to hear from you. It's WRMN1410.com. And all you'll have to do is you click on the AFR Fest, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about our festival. It's a great festival coming up. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got some great entertainers. I told you Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones is going to be there. We're going to have a mixed company band. I'm telling you, they're great. We had him here. He was on the show before, Terrell T. And then we got Canyon Arrow Light featuring Tim and Joe. Also, they've been on our show before. We were going to have Deacon Frost, and a good friend of ours. But right now he's going through some health issues. So, folks, say a prayer for him, if nothing else. He's a great guy. Terry's a wonderful man. So respect his privacy. Leave him alone. When he calls you, take his call. But in the meantime, keep in the back of your mind, because he really is quite the gentleman, and he has always opened up for our shows. So that's all I wanted to tell everybody. So, okay, we're going to get right back. Right now, we are here once again with John Babin.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. You can't say it like that. Steve Thorne does that. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, folks.
There you go. We'll go with the folks. But, yeah, listen, we're going to go to we're going to try and get a few more songs out of them, because we're already at 3:37. God, 4 o'clock's going to be here before. Does it feel like 2 hours here?
It doesn't. I feel like we just sat down, man.
God, if we had a couple of drinks sitting there, I feel like I'm at the club. Yeah, my God.
Hey, I want to say thanks again for having me, Deano.
Oh, please.
I want everyone to know that, and I'm sure you've explained, but I'm just glad to see you up and about, since
I
your
feel
surgery.
good. Yeah, thank you.
And this is our actually first time meeting in person. We've talked
Right.
on the phone and everything, and it's good to be here. I don't often have the opportunity, or even, I don't often have the opportunity really to get interviewed anywhere. And so to be on the radio with you, and to have the community listening, as well as my fans, friends, and family, it's just a really cool thing to be here. And I really appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, believe me, it's a privilege for us to have you inside the studio, just to performing the songs that you're performing. Amazing. All original stuff, all stuff that you thought of, and you're presenting to our listeners. So you know what, listeners, you're getting one heck of a treat, because John is giving you like his show performance, his regular gig that he does, and you guys are getting to get this all free. It's on YouTube, and you can go back to this later. For those of you who don't know, you go to that youtube.com. I think it's /@WRMN Radio. But those of you who are fortunate to hear it the first time, or watching it right now the first time, this is a treat. And we're going to go right to another song. What do you think, John? What do you want to play for us?
This is another original song. It's off of my most recent release. This was just released in the last less than a month ago, just about a month ago.
Okay.
It's again on YouTube, Facebook, and my TikTok, and soon to be Apple, Spotify, and all the other streaming services.
All the big
as well.
platforms.
All the big ones. And it's a really honor to be here. Thanks all for listening. This is called Belladonna. There's a way to say today. There's a time to shine all night. In and out, take a bow, lift up, make a sound, don't stay, break away, all before the morning comes. Step away from your faith today. There's a time to shine on mine. In and out, take a bow, lift up, make a sound, don't step, break away, all before the morning comes. In and out, take a bow, lift up, make a sound, don't step,
Hey, Belladonna.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah, Belladonna. In Italian, that means fair lady.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
I don't know if you did or not. I did.
There's a couple of meanings to that. That's one of them.
Well, there's another one that I just looked up because I kind of knew what the one meant, right?
Right.
So then the other one I looked up, belladonna is the plant deadly nightshade.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely correct.
So is that what this song's all about?
It is. It's a little bit about. It's more of a stream. When I wrote it, it was more of a stream of consciousness thing, where it was like picking words that kind of fit together to make a greater meaning. And I think the belladonna, belladonna, however you want to pronounce it,
Donna's kind of nice for the way.
Dona, right? Is it has to do with I mean it's in relation to the plant. It's in relation to the Italian meaning. I also believe it's stands for the Greek goddess of war.
Yeah.
And that's part of it's a while it's an upbeat song, it can have a good meaning or a not so good meaning depending on the mood you're listening to, depending on the mood you're in when you listen to it, or if you're not wanting to go into thinking anything, you could just have a good jam, pop a beer, smoke a joint, put your feet up, and just hear a good jam.
Hey, there we are. We got some good music going.
Yeah.
See,
Pot's legal now, right?
Yeah, that's all right. But some people put too much, I think, into the music, into the songs, into the lyrics.
Sure.
Why can't they just be fun lyrics,
Right.
like what you're talking about?
Right.
Why can't you just, I like the way that sounds. Oh, they said such and such, and oh, but what is that word in there
Right,
for?
yeah.
What are they trying to say? Is this some kind of quote? Remember with the Beatles, with the backwards playing of the records and their secret messages and all the other things, the nuances.
I believe the Beatles were one of the most, and still, I believe the Beatles are probably the most prolific and inventive.
Innovative.
Innovative and inventive recording artists who've ever existed. And I believe that I don't know. I know that they've used backing tracks for songs, and I might for like guitar solos in certain songs, and for maybe some vocals in certain songs. But I think some of the craziness that surrounded them in their audience.
Are you talking about Yoko? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about Yoko. I'm not talking about Yoko at all. I think Yoko's awesome. I'm saying I think that when people were spinning their records backwards looking for other meanings, I think that was, there's some dark history revolving them with some very serious obsession with them as musicians, as people.
Right.
Obviously, and even as far as like, playing records backwards. I mean, if you hear a guitar solo and it sounds like it's backwards, it might be fun to hear what it sounds like forwards. But as far as looking at messages like the Paul is dead rumors,
right,
that's when it gets really dark. And obviously the darkest one is when an obsessed fan actually finds one of them and does the unthinkable.
How terrible.
There's some pretty dark stuff regarding their fandom. And that includes some of the spinning, not to go all dark on you.
No, but isn't that what fame sometimes brings? Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, and like carbon copy, her daughter.
Right.
I mean, how does that happen?
You
you could just go all the way down. And that's why I'm saying what I was saying earlier, talking about a little bit of narcotics and drug stuff with goods, bads, and what have yous.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's something to mess with because you're never going to get that high again. You're never going to get that first jolt you got.
Right.
And that's what they say that most, I call them junkies, sorry. And it's definitely the wrong word to use. I mean, there's substance abusers and they need help. And I don't say that they're not in crisis, and I don't say we shouldn't give them help. I'm all about that. It's a mental health thing. But to want to chase that high all the time, and better, you're never going to get it. I mean, how many different artists has it had to happen to? That's okay.
It's a good question. I luckily I don't necessarily suffer that.
Yeah. Well, you could hear it in your music, man.
That ailment.
I just love the music you're playing.
Not saying I've never experimented, but
hey, I have.
Sure.
65 years old. Okay.
Sure.
I've done the same thing. I've gone through my experiences of different things, but I knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it just was not me. That's not my path.
I think it's very brave and wise to say, like, yeah, that first, on the air, that first one,
Yeah,
people chase that for the rest of their lives.
sure. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I do a lot of research on it. I've done a lot of counseling. I've done a lot of reaching out, not only through my church, but with Northwest Youth Outreach, did a lot with kids and, younger adults and tried to get them to, have someone to talk to.
Totally.
Someone always needs someone to talk to.
100%.
So, all right, let's get another one. What do you got?
Sure.
What do you want to hear? Or play, rather.
You can hear this song called Young and Poor on Lever's most recent album, Douse, Douse. You can also hear another version of it, an early version of it, on John Babin's Moon Clouds, Volume 1, on YouTube and wherever you get your streaming music from. This is called Young and Poor. Long before age took over our brains, we all lied on the floor. Long before time took over our minds, we all sang just a little more. So raise your glass and then tip your hat, 'cause we are next in line. Did we forget all our past regrets? Well, they come back tonight. The old man's eyes never seem to try, looking out from his front porch. So make it last, can't live in the past, 'cause we all die young and poor. Remember the days, how I wish they'd stay. Good friends all surround. Time as it stands was right in our hands. Love was all around. Life didn't go the way I thought it'd go. I had a plan for years. Now live for today. All I want is more. I'm growing old with fear. Huh! The old man's eyes never seem to try, looking out from his front porch. So make it last, can't live in the past, 'cause we all die young and poor. Sometimes you mess up your own lyrics, you just gotta keep pounding through, you know what I mean?
No one here knows the difference.
Don't you know that we all die young and poor? Don't you know but we all have to go? But no time to cry, everybody dies. Rich or young, that's here. I'll live for today, lift my hand and say I had my fun while I was here. Last one.
And let them hear it. Let them hear it, man. That was awesome. Name of that song again?
Thank you. That's called Young and Poor.
Young and Poor. That little ding, 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 the way you skip down the riff there at the end like you did. Yeah. When you do it through the song and that, man, did that have a
Thanks,
a good impact for the whole song.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
A little folky feel.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Thank you.
That was
Appreciate
excellent. You know, you said something that, again, our listeners would know the difference. If you forgot a lyric or if you know, you could have left 2 lines out. No, who's going to know?
I know.
You know, a lot of times I tell some of our guests and even myself, I was like so nervous about, oh, what if I say the wrong thing? Well, it's our script. They don't know.
Yeah,
They don't know what we got written down.
That's,
you know?
that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I don't script.
Oh, fair.
You see me, I had 4 things written down, like, you know, that I wanted to ask you. You answered them. Now the rest of it, I just want to talk to you.
Free flow.
And I appreciate, you know, what you've brought to us. You keep thanking us. I can't thank you enough. You know, I mean, another 4 short minutes, you know, this show's going to be over. It's going to be a
No.
wrap. Yeah. And we're going to have to come back again.
I would love to.
Yeah, but we'll get something set up where we can get you to we'll get a venue going.
Well, sure, that'd be
We're
great.
working next door to get that opened up.
That's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
like we're showing you.
there's some really interesting developments here at the studio that they were showing me that I'm sure we can't disclose just yet. But there's some really great things happening over here at 1410.
Yeah. Who do we got walking in? This is kind of like Mayberry, where Otis kind of walks in. Everybody has a key. So that's David T's just walking in. He's getting ready.
Yeah.
He's getting ready for a political talk show, which comes up next, everybody,
Very
at
cool.
5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. They're on at 4 o'clock. They're only going to be on for an hour because we got that Bears. You know, WRMN is not only the voice of the Valley and talk of the town. We are home of the Chicago White Sox and
Yes.
now the Chicago Bears.
Very
Go
nice.
Bears! And we love the Cubs. You know, we don't play them. They
We
got,
do.
you know, they got enough
We do.
people. Yeah, you can't- how do you hate them? It's a Chicago team. You're from Chicago, man.
White Sox all the way.
Okay, I'm with you. I mean, you know, I had to support that one. They're with us. So I tell you what, up to you. Do you have time for one quick song?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do one more quick one.
everybody. I got John turned down just a little bit. We've been listening to John Babin. John Babin is an outstanding performer. You're going to have to catch him at one of his shows. He's in studio with us right here, Studio 14. You've been listening to Deano's Night Out, WRMN 1410, right here on Studio 14. We're going to keep this playing on the tube, and when it's over, we'll switch out.
But I'm still alive. I can still survive. And I'm still alive. I can still
John, once again, thank you very much. Those of you still watching on the YouTube, you got the extra treat because it wasn't on the antenna the last of that song. Great song, John.
Thank you.
John Babin, thank you very much. Where would people find you?
Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram and YouTube are the best ones. You could just use my first and last name, JONBABIN, and in the next couple days, my johnbabin.com will be up and running too, so please take a look there.
Looking forward to checking them all out. Hey, everybody, thanks a lot for listening. Sorry we went a little bit overboard here, but you're listening to Deano's Night Out, 1410, right here, AM, live in Studio 14. Thanks for listening.